Hello. Good morning. I thought it would be really fun to show you guys a way to do your makeup using only your fingers. I don't really own many brushes or sponges, and the ones that I do own, I barely use and I barely wash. And I find myself doing my makeup a lot with my fingers. I think you don't need to really own a lot of makeup tools in order to get amazing makeup. And I just want to show you guys how I do it personally. I'm not wearing any makeup right now. I just have my skincare on. I like to use a serum and a moisturizer and sunscreen, or just a sunscreen. Today I'm not wearing any sunscreen, but realistically when I do go out and I do my makeup for going out, I wear sunscreen. But yeah, I just want to show you what I do. I'm going for a very light base today, and I'm going for something pretty natural. And you can really achieve it beautifully with your fingers. You don't need any sponges, you don't need brushes, you don't need it. So I wash my hands, they're clean. So I recently got this color correcting palette from NYX, and I tried using it a little bit. I do like to color correct because I have pretty dark under eyes and redness all over my face. I'm really red. So yeah, you can really see that my skin on this side is okay, but this side has a little bit of discoloration and blemishes. Using my fingers, I'm going to first color correct under my eyes. The camera doesn't really do the colors justice. They all look pretty bland, but in real life they are pretty colorful and very pastel. So I'm gonna use this color over here, right below the green. And just with my finger, I'm gonna just tap it a little bit. This is a peach color, so this is great for color correcting under your eyes. So I have a little bit of this peach color, and I'm just going to put it here on the darkest parts of my under eye. It just melts the makeup so beautifully, and yeah, I like it. So you can already see a difference. I mean, one side is bright, corrected. I still have the line in my eye, and that's just the anatomy of my eyes. But yeah, the line doesn't go away. The darkness can go away if you just put some color corrector on. And I'm also going to take a little bit more and put it on this outer part of my eye because I have some darkness over there. And you can see that the minute I put it on and blend it, looks a lot better. This is one side. You know, ideally, if you do want to spot color correct, which is a really good way of color correcting, you would take a tiny brush and really just correct some like little parts of your face. On the under eyes, it's not that important because it is a bigger surface area than just a pimple, so you can just kind of blend it out like this. But ideally, if you want to color correct something like this, you would use a little tiny brush and put some green on it and just tap it, and it will color correct only the blemish, and that's what you really want. But because we're doing a makeup tutorial with just your fingers, I'm not gonna use a brush for it. So yeah. So this is both of my under eyes corrected. They look much brighter, and yeah. Now my under eyes are pretty much corrected. I do want to put a little bit of green on here just to correct the redness. So I'm gonna take the same palette and use the green color. You can see the green. And I'm gonna use it on the little blemishes I have. And I'm gonna blend it out just on the edges. Not really gonna touch the middle too much, but this already helps a ton. I'm also gonna take it up to this blemish, and yeah. Now I'm just gonna look if I have any more blemishes that I want to correct. I have this little pimple. It's just a scar really, so I'm going to use a little bit of that green to correct that one as well. And on the top I have a little bit too. And one more place I love to color correct is right here on my nose and around my nose. I have a lot of redness there, basically all the time, so let's correct that. I'm gonna take some green. I'm just going to start around here and underneath my nose because that's where I get a lot of redness. Tap, tap, tap. Better. Today I really don't feel like putting foundation on, so I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna show you how I blend my concealer in. So I'm going to use my concealer. I have one concealer that I absolutely love for my under eyes, and for the rest of my face I use a different one, so I'll show you what I use. So I have these two concealers. One is the Neutrogena Color Correcting Concealer, and that's exactly why I love it, because it's a little bit peachy, and my skin tone is peachy anyway, so this really just works perfectly with my skin, and it diminishes any darkness under my eyes, and I just love it. I don't even need to color correct with this one, but I just got the palette, so I did it anyway, but yeah. And for the second one, I have the NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer. I really like this. For under my eyes, it's a little bit thick, so I don't use it too much under my eyes. My under eyes crease so easily, and this one is pretty good with it, so I use that. I always like to make sure that my brush is not too saturated with product. I like to kind of take it off a little bit, and I just placed one dot where I have the most darkness and another dot over here, and that's it. And I blend. I also just take it a little bit on my eyelid, whatever's left on my finger. And for the other eye, again, I kind of take it off and I do, again, the same thing and blend. So that's it for my under eyes. Now, because my skin is so dry today, I'm not gonna put any powder, and that's good because we're not using any brushes. I am going to just conceal my blemishes. So this is just a serum concealer from NYX. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand, tiny amount. I'm gonna tap it, and I have a little bit on my finger, and then I go and I tap it in the middle of my cheek and also on my blemishes. I know it's really hard to find the perfect shade. This is not perfect for me either. This is a little bit too yellow, but I can get away with it for some reason on my face. The rest of my body is a bit lighter than my face. So, see, I still have that blemish peaking and I'm okay with it. I don't really want to cover it completely. I'm gonna take a little bit more on the middle of my face and also in the middle of my chin because I get so much redness over here. I also concealed the spot under my lip. And I'm also going to conceal a little bit here. And now I'm going to use a little bit on my nose too. My nose gets oily quickly, so the more product I have on my nose, the worse it gets. So I try to keep it to a minimum. Now my forehead is always fine. I never really have to do much to my forehead, and I don't really see a need to put anything on it, so I'm not going to. We are done with the concealer. My skin looks pretty even. I want to bring in a little bit of color to my face, so I'm just going to use my liquid blush. So I like to use the Rare Beauty, is it upside down? No. I like to use the Rare Beauty blush. This is in the shade Bliss. It is a matte one. I like the way it looks. It's like soft pink, peach, bubblegum. I don't know. I like the color. This is very, very, very pigmented. So because it's so pigmented, I'm gonna put it on my hand first so I don't make any mistake. If you just put it on your face first thing and try to blend it out and you put too much, you're done for. So I put a little bit and I will just tap it with 2 fingers on my hand. Make sure that I get a good amount, but not too much. And I'm just gonna take it on the high point of my cheek and a little bit to the apples of my cheek, and I usually also take it up to my temples. I find that it looks natural this way, and that's it. Now that I have the blush on, I think it'll be really pretty to put a little bit of blush on my eyelids too. So I'm going going to just add a little bit on my eyelids. So yeah, and also with what I have left over, which is just a little, I'm gonna put it in the middle of my nose. That's basically it for the base. And I also like to use this NYX Bear With Me setting spray. That is a very light, natural base. We only have color corrector, concealer, and blush. And honestly, in real life, it looks so natural. It looks like you don't even have makeup on. And I like that look. I'm going to use this random spoolie for my eyebrows, and I'm just going to brush my eyebrows. I'm not gonna put any product on it. I'm just gonna brush them so they have a nice shape. And I also go from the top. I think I'm fine with this. And one thing that I really never skip on when I do my makeup is mascara. It just always looks great. Sometimes I even just wear concealer and mascara and it looks really good. So I use this curler. So when I curl, I like to go from the root. Also on the other eye. Now this eye, the one that I'm curling right now, never looks as good. My lashes here are shorter and not as naturally curled, and they're missing a little bit. My lash line is not as full, so I like to give this one an extra curl. Sometimes I also just curl my lashes and leave it this way, which looks great, but I want to put some mascara on. I'm going to use this Dior, I have no idea what's the name of this. It's just this Dior, it's this Dior mascara. You can see it has a little bit of a curl to it. I like to also start with the eye that I like less. And for the other eye, I never have to use as much mascara for the other eye because my lashes are longer there and darker. And I'm just gonna go in again here. And I think that's good enough. Let's put a little bit on the bottom too. So that's it for mascara. For the last thing, lips. I'm gonna take you a bit closer on this one. I just have this one amazing color that I like to put on. It's the Clinique Black Honey. And stick like that. So I go from the outer edge and in the middle. And you can see the color is so beautiful. I just love it. And for the top lip, I go from the edges, and that's it. And we are done. I'm gonna take this off. That's it. I also have some exciting news. I will be uploading videos more frequently. So just stay tuned for all of my future videos because that's gonna be super fun. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching me do my makeup. Thank you a lot for watching. I appreciate everyone that's watching so much. It really, really makes me happy and helps me so much. And I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.